All right, let's come back in here. Tristan's not back yet because he took a poop.
But I'm sweaty.
But Steve's
I'm so
sweaty and wants to
sweaty.
get the ball rolling.
I'm very sweaty. I'm sweating through my lab coat.
Okay.
Oh, it's a wet armpit. I've had this on for 2 minutes.
Oh, thank
2
God.
minutes.
I didn't even bother to check if I recorded through the right
There's
device.
our little shit boy.
There he is. If you stream it, he will come. Buckets.
Chonky and I got matching couples headphones.
Yes, we did. And hopefully Dennis has them for the studio,
I
too.
do.
So now
I'm wearing them right
the same
now.
Headphone. Yeah, I'm looking at them.
We're going to look professional with same mics, same headphones.
Boom. Same soundboards.
Same.
Nice.
I don't know if we have the
titties.
same XLR cables, though. Do you have Mogami, Steven?
You made that up.
I mean, I'll show you the fucking cord. Mogami.
I think I've got Amazon Basics.
Same.
Never mind. Mogami is made with gold wire. Because gold is a better.
Faraday coverage.
Apparently, gold wires are better than just standard copper.
I like to wrap
For audio.
my wires around other electronics.
Mm.
And then
I hear
put
that's the best way to
magnets
do
on
it. Oh, you know what? I hear that.
That's where I get the superior sound.
Nobody knows how magnets work, anyways. So
How do they work?
We do 5 seconds.
yeah,
I'm going to put my fans on my new computer on silent.
okay.
Because you
Cuts
can do
out
that.
all the noise. It's
I'm
fucking
gonna
amazing.
hit the
I love
record
this
button
thing.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait.
You
I
fucking
accidentally put them
piece
on
of
auto instead
shit.
of silent. Wait, go ahead. Okay, I'm ready now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This track is hopefully fanless and clean.
Well, we want fans, for sure.
I don't know.
That's how we
Yeah,
make money.
I
It's
can't
fair.
even hear the fans.
Read chat, bro.
Ow.
That's true. Chat.
It said
Chatty
Spin's
boy.
leader.
Oh,
Yes,
my.
I am the leader. She's the only one that lived.
Wait, where?
Leaders never die.
Kick
That's what
extraordinary
they say.
dreamers. That's
And
not
followers never prosper.
Oh shit! I guess I could have. No, that doesn't quite work.
Oh, for reference, don't worry about the letter thing until Phil comes back, because that's plot related. So
The letter. Okay,
the
gotcha.
thing that I literally,
It's a teaser.
it's a teaser.
Ah.
Look at you, Chad. You know stuff before everybody else does. It's a teaser.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, can't really do traps and riddles and stuff like that, but I can do letters, puzzles. Those are the puzzles that I can do. So I guess it's a spoiler to tell you that it's a puzzle, but you're not going to remember in a week anyways. So
Huh? Sorry, I'm texting.
yep, exactly.
Bring me in, Tristan. I got one for the recap.
Previously on Botched.
My mobile task force, 173 Alpha, used tampons, was sent to investigate a nasty whorish motel of some sort, where we discovered some bitches trading in anomalies. They killed one of my teammates and some usurper to the throne of my captainship. Fuck that guy. I don't care. They're going to pay.
Nibbles
But
is
we
gonna
brought
say.
the anomalies back, I guess. Whatever. Who cares? That's for the scientists to figure out.
Yeah. Welcome back, junior researchers, to the 7th episode. It looks
Just
so
some
gross.
spaghetti?
That was the string I had in my lip to make
I was
the
like, did you put a
tobacco
potato
sound.
chip or a grape in there? I couldn't tell. Gross. And then you pulled it out. It was gross. Anyways. And I even did it right. And then you messed me up with your weirdness, Steven. Welcome back, junior researchers, to the 7th episode of our 8th season. Thanks so much for tuning in again. We are going to start a little bit after where we left off last time as Mobile Task Force 183 Alpha Tampon or whatever had acquired some of those anomalies and brought them back to Site 69. So now our intrepid researchers, still without old Philip, because he's been redacted, in redacted at redacted, because of redacted. So
What a redacted.
yeah, I mean, we would tell you, but it's been redacted. So he should be back on the next episode. But in the meantime, we're back at Site 69, and we have our 2 main researchers. Now, like I said, there are a number of cases, like metal
He's getting
cases.
a butt reduction.
He's getting a butt reduction. It's just
He's too thick.
too much donk. Too much donk. So you have a number of corpses. You have a series of metal boxes that are sealed. How would you like to proceed?
Now, Shana, I know you're feeling a little down today because Stetson is out getting his butt reduction.
One second.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh,
It is his birthday.
He's got to put his wig on.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Happy birthday if I didn't say it already. I forgot if I did.
He doesn't have his headphones in.
That's right. That's why I said it now.
Hard being a lady, all right? Hold on.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch.
I'm sorry. Stetson's doing what now?
Now, Shana, I know you're upset. Scott Hopkins here, obviously. You've been
Yes,
working with me
yes,
for
Scott.
7 long, heavy weeks at this point. And, Shana, I know you're sad today because your friend Stetson's out getting his butt reduction because every time he turned around, he would knock something off a table. Well, we got a lot of anomalies to check out today, so I need you to put on your game face, Shana. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Oh, well, okay. Cool. You're a credit to your gender there, Shana. Let's go examine these briefcases.
Okay.
I've been doing that all afternoon.
You've been opening the briefcases yourself.
I've been examining them.
Oh, just the briefcases?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
good.
shiny.
Good.
Because you have no idea what's inside.
Yeah, we're not opening this shit ourselves. Are you out of your mind? Well, we got prisoners for that shit. I hope none of them have a gun in them.
Exposition gun.
Yeah.
That one's a bomb.
What have you learned about the cases there, Shana?
Science check of a 27
Uh,
poison head.
They are a steel or a titanium alloy with it doesn't appear as though they are locked, but they do have like a piece of tape over the edge so that, you know.
Lock
It
'em up
appears
nice and
that
Yeah. So it just makes it so that you can tell if somebody opened it or not, I guess. I don't know what the point of this yellow and black strippy stripe tape is. But then it did come from Marshall Carter and Dark.
Seal of freshness.
Yeah.
It appears that Marshall Carter and Dark has sealed these SCPs away with some sort of Scotch tape.
Yeah. You guys know that Marshall Carter and Dark they obviously put on a very professional front. I mean, if it was anybody else who didn't know any better, because you guys are the SCP Foundation, you would think this is a very professional way to show off these items. It's like, oh, this looks like it's very official and, whatever. But
Seems like they put a lot of money into these cases.
yeah, but as far
not
as
the
you
law.
guys are concerned, not very secure way to
Not
be
secure at all.
transporting possible, world-ending anomalies as far as you're considering.
These guys are kind of snake oil salesmen, is what you're telling me?
No, they sell real anomalies. No, they're more about presentation than they are about, like, they don't actually give a shit about containment or any of that stuff. Half the time you don't even
make the buck.
exactly. You don't even know where they get this shit half the time. I mean, obviously sometimes they do get it from the SCP Foundation because they bribe people, but other times it's unknown manufacturers or other
Stetson.
means, or they make them.
What's up, Shada?
Do you have any D-class on hand that you could call into a containment room that could open these up? While I
Well, I
observe
imagine they're in the what do you call it?
the observation room.
I hope not. Where do they keep them? The pit, the D-class pit.
The D class? They
The
keep
meat
them in
pit.
cells.
Yeah,
Like a
well,
barracks.
Cells inside a pit, a meat pit,
Sure, a meat pit.
and the
Yes.
cells form a kind of grill.
Mm-hmm. It's a honeycomb of future death.
It's shaped like a big old Weber.
Mm-hmm. Weber
Grill.
Grill. Got it. Okay. What are you doing?
But yeah, well, I mean, we can absolutely call some D-class in for you, Shana. You just tell me what you need, and I'll go get them.
What type of room would you like to put these? I'm assuming you want to put each of these
Yeah.
boxes in one at a time, not all at once, or
One at a time, in a room with a camera, with another D-class watching the camera, with another D-class listening,
okay.
and on with no sound describing it to us.
Okay.
To be safe.
and so let me put it to you like this. There are, let's see, 1, 2. There are 2 small metal boxes, like about the size of a softball.
Box sets, if you will.
Sure. There's another metal box that is about twice as big as a hat box, I would say. Or maybe, about twice as big as a hat box. And then there is a metal briefcase. So standard size briefcase, but it's the same sort of style as everything else.
American standard or European standard, voice and head?
American.
Gotcha.
Okay.
God bless them.
Yeah, God bless them. And then from the table itself, there were a number of anomalies that have been put into individual glass containers. There's that one bottle. They don't actually know if it's an anomaly. They just took everything because they didn't know. But there's a glass bottle with some brown liquid in it. There was also, I forgot to mention it, a small handbell on the table. Mm-hmm. And then there was also, and I forgot to fucking write it down. Hold on here. What is this?
A voice in head. That's a handbell, not a cowbell, right?
Yes, it's a handbell.
Oh, thank God. I still have nightmares.
What
other people
only,
happen to other people.
If only our MTF squad had taken some people alive, we could just ask them what these things do.
Yeah.
Well, they did stab them, Shana. I'm not sure I'd have that much restraint.
Oh,
either.
I thought they stabbed each other.
There was a lot of stabbing going around, okay? It was very confusing. I'm sure there were gunshots flying. I understand as a woman, you don't understand the thrill of battle.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's a metal box about 3-ish feet long, and it's about a 1 foot by 1 foot by 3 foot long box. And then there's also what appears to be like casket-sized metal box.
Ooh,
so yeah,
I'd like to observe the heavy bag.
The heavy bag?
The casket-sized one.
Okay. So they put the casket into a sealed container, and then it's a person watching a person watching a person. All right, so who's going to play what in this instance?
I'm Shana.
Shana's playing Shana.
Okay. Who's going to be the D class?
I'll be a D class. I don't care.
Okay. They send a D class in. What is your designation, D class?
They gave me a number.
Okay.
It's FRANK. I don't know. I can't count very good.
Okay. All right.
But it's on my shirt.
Frank, you go in. You are now in this. You're in
It's Frank.
A clean room, if you will, but there's just a big metal casket sitting in the middle of it, which automatically puts you at ease.
Yes.
Yeah. So how you guys do with it as you will.
You guys put me in here with a dead body. What's the deal?
Tell them to open the casket.
What?
Open the
Hey!
casket.
Open the casket.
Open the casket.
That's what the lady told me to tell you. Open the casket.
Oh my God. All right. Are there latches or what's the deal?
There's more of that tape. You gotta cut open the tape, and then you gotta.
Fight the Scotch tape.
You could just tear it. It's just duct
They
tape.
gave me a knife.
It's
or
just
they gave
yellow.
me
No, it's just
little, construction paper scissors.
no. It's just you just tear the tape. It's just yellow and black duct tape, and then there are a pair of turning handles, that you can sort of use to open this thing.
Like on a cello case.
Yeah, kind of.
Pull out and twist.
Yeah.
All right. I do that.
Okay, so you do, and you hear a tss. It's like the steam sort of pops out.
Oh, this dead guy farted.
He says the dead guy farted.
That's my job. I'm supposed to tell you the dead guy farted. Don't assume what I'm going to tell you, Shana. Fucking Dr. Gulley. So yeah, so now it looks like you could just unhinge the casket.
All right, I'll lift it up.
Okay. You lift it up. There's a series of vitals on the inside, like the side that you flipped up, and it looks like there's wires attached to this body, and it looks like just a standard naked body laying in this casket.
A standard naked body.
Standard naked body. Looks like a
naked body.
Looks like an old woman.
Ugh.
Yeah. Pretty still fair. You know what? Doing okay. Like Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
Nah, that's not what I'm in here for.
Okay.
Chucky, what's he
If
see?
you know what I mean.
I don't want to know what you mean.
You don't either know what I mean. That's right.
Yeah. What are you seeing there?
Chucky, go ahead and tell him to detach the EKGs from the body.
Detach the wires from the body.
Can you have some gloves or something?
No. When do we get gloves? Just touch it. Don't be such a weirdo. It's just an old naked lady.
It's a dead body. I'm not a fucking necro.
It's not dead. It's got.
They call them.
Have you been in a hospital? It's going beep 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 beep. There's a heartbeat. Obviously, the body's working just fine.
Look, I don't know nothing about no science.
Is it going beep or is it going beep beep beep? It's going beep 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 beep. It's not dead. Fucking
Take
idiot.
out the EKG.
Beep. It's not dead. You just unplugged it. Just so you know.
That's because that's what you told me to do.
Yeah, no, you're right. He unplugged it. What is he doing now?
What's the body doing, Chucky?
He's just sitting there. Laying there, really.
Tell him to give it a shake.
Shake it like a baby.
Maybe not that hard.
That's not what I'm in for either.
Okay.
I give her a sternum rub.
Okay.
Like knuckles drag them across the sternum there. That'll work.
Okay. Let's see here. And you notice that the eyes flicker open, and she sort of springs up out of the casket and like
Whoa,
retreats to the other side of the room.
Oh, it's okay. They just told me to do it. I'm not gonna hurt you, lady.
It does. She's not talking. She just is like making like weird like fluttery movements and like is like sticking to the corners and like will sit still for a moment and then like skitter around, but like always staying the opposite of where you are, just like and like sit still for a few moments, looks around for a bit, and then continues to.
Lady, are you okay?
Doesn't talk back to you. But when you say that, it skitters around to another corner now. And it's like, it's got its arms like against the walls or whatever. And it's just like looking around.
Well, this is really fucking weird. Am I done?
Is he done?
Chucky, tell him to approach the lady.
Yeah, approach the lady.
I really don't think she wants
Go
to
give her a
approached.
kiss. Doctor says go give her a kiss.
Chucky, that's
I
not
don't
what it
think
says.
The doc, I'm listening. Hey, I'm listening. What? She said give her a kiss.
Raul, execute Chucky.
His head explodes. Chucky had his fun. And then another D-class just slides in.
Hey, Bill.
All right, don't kiss the lady. Just go over.
Okay, I approach the lady, and I guess she runs away again. I don't think
She does.
this is gonna change.
Yeah, as soon as you run, like get even remotely close to the lady, she immediately moves away.
I don't think she wants to talk to me.
Eventually, she
or
stops
touch me.
paying you attention, and she just starts to like move over to the casket, and like she gets up on the casket and like looks around and is looking around, and then goes back over to the walls and just kind of like very erratically moves around. And has these like fluttery movements to her hands and arms, but continues to like move around. And like it almost sounds like she's making I don't know, it's like a humming noise or something like that. But.
This lady's really creeping me out. Can I get out of here?
Bill.
Nah.
That's you, Dennis.
Yeah.
Frank.
Sorry, what?
Tell Frank that if he catches the anomaly, we'll set him free.
Holy shit.
If you catch the anomaly, they'll set you free.
I try everything I can to catch this bitch.
Roll dex.
Oh, it's like a 12.
No, you go to catch. It's like a greased hog. Immediately, like freaks out a little bit and like runs away, and that humming noise gets a little bit louder. Just moves away. Doesn't seem violent towards you. Just moves away.
I am on a mission.
Okay.
I am gonna tackle this old lady.
All right, roll athletics.
Doing athletics.
I botched.
Oh,
This tie is fired. It's the same one.
So you go. You get down. You get low to the ground, and you're like creeping towards her. And you decide to do a spear tackle leap towards her.
Ah!
And she moves. And you just run your head into the wall, and your neck snaps, and you die. And your body just drops.
Bill, did you play football?
Yeah.
I want you to go in there.
Okay.
Catch that lady.
Okay.
Send in a replacement observer.
Okay. And so Bill goes in. When Bill
Observer,
goes,
what's your name?
my name is
No, excuse me.
Oh, it's you. Sorry.
Yeah.
They call me Pretzel Joe.
Fucking
Pretzel Joe. Watch
'Cause
Bill
I'm
for me.
salty.
guys, your fucking
I
nickname.
can hear that. You're very salty. Thank you.
And I'm made of bread.
Okay.
Have
They
you ever
wouldn't
watched a
believe-
sporting event, Pretzel?
They wouldn't believe me. That's why I ripped them open.
Okay.
What's the sports? You mean like the chariots?
Yeah, just narrate what's going on in this sporting event. Bill is going to catch this flutter lady.
Okay.
All right.
You notice as Bill moves from the observation room to the other room, Pretzel Joe, that
Yeah,
the
it's
lady
Pretzel
flutters
Joe.
around for a while and then lands, like sort of hovers around the dead body of whatever his name was, and then Frank, and then gets on top of him and starts to like eat like his like arm a little bit, like she starts like biting into like the arm and starts to like rip and tear at it and just
Doctor,
A pretzel.
that lady's eating that man like a pretzel.
Are there any physiological changes, or she's just eating?
I reckon if she had mustard, she'd be dipping his arm in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Now,
Okay.
Joe, tell
Yeah.
Joe to catch her.
Joe.
my name's Bill.
Joe Bill.
Joe
Pretzel
Bill.
Tell Bill to catch her.
Joe, you're Bill. Frank's
Jesus, fucking eating him.
dead. Bill,
She gonna eat me too?
I need you. Listen,
Not if he
here's what I need you to
catches
do.
her.
Shut up, Shayla. You told me. I'm telling you. Now, Bill,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to pretend like that lady's a big old warm pretzel.
You want me to eat her?
No,
Well, that's what I would do to a warm pretzel. I
You
would
gotta
eat it.
catch her and bring her back home to your daughter.
That's not what I do to pretzels. I eat them.
She's waiting on. Look, you're
I don't
gonna take
have a
this woman
daughter.
home to your You do now.
I'm
She's waiting
unmarried.
for you on the outside. The last woman you had sex with gave birth to a little beautiful baby girl.
And I need to bring her a
Yeah.
fucking pretzel the size of an old lady?
Yeah, she's so hungry for the pretzels.
You're a
from her
terrible
papa.
motivator, Joe.
You missed
Terrible.
every birthday.
Her mother tells her, Papa just went out to get you a pretzel. He'll be back soon.
You are the worst motivator.
Now you go get that pretzel for their little
damn it.
girl.
And so so the lady is not paying him any attention because it's just chowing down on the remains of the dude,
Frank.
of Frank. And you notice, Joe, that, it eats for a bit and then it looks like it throws up onto the corpse, like, like vomits. Almost looks like spaghetti or something like that, like small noodle spaghetti all over this corpse or whatever. But around that
spaghetti.
time,
Angel hair.
Mom's pretzel spaghetti.
Bill spear tackles the lady off of the corpse of Frank, and the
Got
lady
him.
is freaking out, but not attacking Frank, just freaking out and like flailing wildly. He's like, I got her. Does this mean I get to go home to my apparently baby daughter? Do I get the same offer that he got? Do I get to go free now?
Joe, tell him every offer is different.
Bill, they said first you gotta finish what you're doing. You fucking lady, don't tell him while he's got the lady in his clutches that he can't go home. All right.
That's a hot mic. I can hear you.
Shit.
Joe, you got to turn the button off. So I'm doing this for nothing?
You can have an extra pudding.
For fucking,
gotta
I
learn
don't
something
fucking
new.
want pudding. I want to go home.
Wish banana today.
Yeah, he can go home to his cell.
God damn it. It's bullshit.
We'll
Fuck.
bring your daughter here. She can be in the class.
I don't have a daughter. I don't get a-
She's going to prison. She's
I don't-
growing up fatherless.
I don't
Doesn't
get
have
a-
a positive male.
She
role
grew up
model. She's
quick,
turned into a
apparently.
life of crime.
She grew up real quick, apparently.
Well, you had her when you were 14.
And you've been in stasis.
What? I've been in stasis.
Yeah, you've been stateside.
Oh, stateside. All right. What am I supposed to do with this lady?
Don't
Just lay on top of her while she flails around at me?
Try to
No,
tell him to
that's
try to
how
put her
you
back
got
in
your
the box.
daughter.
Shut up. Shut up, Pretzel Joe.
That's what Joe tell him to put her back in the box. And attach the EKGs.
Put her back in the box and put that heart monitor on her.
Oh, okay. Let me just fucking put this flailing crazy lady in a
Knock
box.
her out if he has to.
Correct. You can knock her out.
Oh, I can knock
Hit
her out?
over the head.
okay. And he just starts fucking punching the shit out of her head.
Right in the jaw.
And misses. He keeps like she's so twitchy that he keeps punching the ground around her head. He's like, God damn it, stand still with advantage. She's missing. Until finally he does
Pretzel Joe,
knock her out.
Ever heard of a choker hold?
Hey, you ever done a rear naked choke there?
I don't tell you how to knock women out. You don't tell me how to, all right?
I'm just asking questions.
Well, I'm just telling you the answers. Leave me alone while I do I got work to do. And so he flops her body back into the coffin and then reattaches the EKGs.
Or
The
is
body,
she still alive?
it's still a body.
Okay.
It's not like she ceases to have a body.
I
And
thought the body seemed pretty like
She indeed
dead.
continues.
he didn't say cadaver.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Puts the body in, reattaches the EKG as best as he can understand, and starts to beep again. And he's like,
Close
all right,
it.
now what? Do I close it? What?
Yeah, reattach the tape.
Okay.
Just put it back like it was there, bro.
Closes it, tries to seal the tape back up. I mean, it's been cut, so whatever. But
Now, tell him to sit on the lid.
Bill, I'm gonna need you to sit down on that.
all right, fine. And he sits
And-
on it.
Observe the vomited body.
All right.
And
You just-
and we're just gonna wait.
Okay.
Stare in the distance and think about your fallen comrade.
Okay. So he stares at the body. And how long would you like him to stare at this body?
Oh, till breakfast.
Okay.
You hungry yet, there, Bill?
I'm always hungry. Because you kept talking about fucking soft pretzels.
We'll
So
send
now
in some
I'm.
pretzels. Send him in some pretzels, Joe.
Look, we're gonna send you in some pretzels, but you got to dip them in Bill in Frank's blood.
I don't want to do that.
No.
It's the rules. I
Doesn't
don't
have
make
to
the
do that.
rules.
I ain't doing that. I don't
I
believe.
can send you some of my own special cell-made mustard.
Pretzel
Nope.
Joe.
We
Nope.
don't have no mustard seeds.
Pretzel
I don't
Joe.
want none of that. I
Fine.
know full well you're not. She didn't say that.
I just. I mean,
That doesn't
you
sound
offered
like the
that.
doc,
Well,
what
I
the doc
can't-
would say.
I can't. I still got freedom of speech even as a prisoner. I can say what I want.
Yeah, that's what the
I
last
didn't
guy
say
said
she
too.
said.
And his head blew up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't tell you
Raoul?
to molest a body.
Raoul.
Yes. I wait. No. Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Hey. What?
Joey.
What- I said send him some pretzels. What's the problem?
Yeah, he doesn't have to dip it in
I'm
the
just
body.
making conversation.
All right. So they send in pretzels. And he sits there and eats it. And like 12 hours goes by.
Yeah, we'll just wait. Wait till something happens.
So who all's observing? Is Joe
This is
observing
me.
too,
Pretzel
or is
Joe.
it just Bill?
It's just Pretzel Joe.
Roll perception.
I perceive. With
And Bill is in there.
I'm
Bill doesn't
natural
see shit.
20. All the pretzels I've eaten over the years have honed
Yeah.
my senses.
Well, Bill is very distracted by all the pretzels that he's slow eating to
So
make
many
last.
pretzels.
Yeah, you sent him a lot of soft pretzels.
I'm captivated at the screen because he's eating
Yeah.
all them pretzels, and I'm just
You-
drooling and staring at the screen without blinking.
You, Joe, you've been staring at that body, and you hear after a while, after like 6-ish hours, you start to hear like a slight squelching noise,
Uh-huh.
and you see subtle movement under the clothing of the D class. And then after a few more hours, you notice that the body is moving around a little bit more. Bloop. Moving around
What do
a
you mean
little
by
bit more.
moving?
Like undulating.
Dr. Shana, look, it's like you ever watched a bag of popcorn in the microwave?
I have.
Yeah, you know how
I
it
love
just like
popcorn.
kind of pops in different places as it expands.
Can
It's
you
like-
ask?
Imagine if pretzels were popcorn, and
Uh-huh.
I don't know where I'm going with this
Good,
analogy,
it's
but
good.
it's like there's probably
Pretzel
little
Joe,
bugs
can you
in
shut
the
up?
skin or something.
Shut
You
up,
asked
Pretzel
me to
Joe.
describe it.
Can you ask the D class in the room if there are pustules on the body that perhaps are undulating?
You want him to get off of the coffin now.
I do.
All right. Bill, I need you to get up over there and take a look at Frank's skin and tell me does he have zits?
So he goes over, and
Undress Frank for me.
he's like, oh God, looks like the shirt's moving around. It's gross. And so he pulls open the shirt and he jumps back because there are these like 2-inch long maggots that are thick and they're crawling around the skin. They're not eating it. They're crawling around and they're moving towards the wound that the lady had made. And all of a sudden, you notice over time, the wound starts to reconstruct itself until the body is whole again.
Huh.
And then the maggots sort of just disintegrate into nothing, and the body starts to twitch a bit, and then the body of Frank gets back up and starts to act in a very similar manner to how the lady in the coffin acted.
Now, Joe, ask.
And it's starting to flitter around the room.
To try to communicate with Joe based upon. So you're Joe. Ask to communicate with Frank based upon everything we know about Frank from his file.
Bill,
If he
you
responds.
remember that wild night you and Frank spent together in my cell? We didn't know
We're not
our
supposed to talk about
penises-
that.
Where our penises began and your penises ended.
We played Who's
They were
on
just-
Second.
Everywhere you reached, there was a penis just waiting to be reached at.
Yeah, we played that game of Who's in
Good God,
my
we
mouth.
reached for it.
Yeah,
We
it was
there wasn't
weird.
A hole left unfilled.
Yep, it was weird, especially for everyone else who had to watch.
Do you remember the cream pie times, Bill?
I'll never forget them. It took me a week to
Well,
get
why don't you
right.
talk to Frank about those times and see if maybe
All right.
a twinkle of recognition appears in his disgusting maggot eyes.
Hey, Frank. I don't know if you recall last Tuesday when we had a little bit too much of that toilet wine, and we got frisky. You recall that? And you said loving nothings in my ear as you nibbled on it. Do you recall that? And he doesn't seem to be paying any attention. He's just continuing to flitter around the room, just like the lady did.
Can we X-ray these bodies from the outside? Can we look at heat signatures? Can we?
Sure. If you look at if you bring in a camera, look at heat signatures, body's giving off the same kind of heat that a normal body would. As far as you're concerned, this looks exactly like a normal, natural human body. Though the X-ray, or I guess an X-ray would. I don't know if an X-ray would show it, but it does look like the lungs and the stomach have these little like eggy pustules in them.
That's not good. Ready to be vomited out, no doubt.
Looks like it.
Scott?
Yeah, Shana. I'm on my break, but sure, I'll come in and help you. What
You
have you
come-
fucked up?
Take a look at my notes here. I think we have some sort of rehypothecating moth people that
Okay.
utilize the dead to repopulate their species.
Hmm.
Do you concur?
Do they have wings?
They flutter.
They flutter, but they don't have wings.
Not that I can see.
So maybe they're just insane people with maggots inside of them.
They got maggot lungs.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got maggots for lungs and shit for brains. Maggots love shit. They can't get enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
Raul, can you go ahead and execute both
Excuse me,
D-class
Raul. You
And-
know.
and the flutter people?
Raul, how's that back wound doing, my buddy?
It
It
fucking
fucking
sucks.
hurts.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I'm sorry.
So you're executing the D class.
And the newly arisen flutter person.
Oh, I thought she was saying to execute me.
No, not Scott.
Scott,
I thought she was
you're,
like, kill
you're not
Scott,
D-class,
please.
Scott.
Yeah.
You're a doctor.
What's that orange shirt under your
Shana.
lab coat?
May I feel like I'm constantly having to remind you that we're the fucking Secure, Contain, Protect Foundation, not the
Mhm.
kill everything that we don't like foundation.
These are criminals, Scott.
That's fine. They're now anomalies. They need to go in the box.
Okay. I mean, we'll have two boxes to get both moth people, and then we have these two D-class who have observed it. Like, I don't see why the D-class need to know.
Why do you want to kill?
Well, there's a difference between need to know and murder them.
Well, I don't like Pretzel Joe because he's creepy.
You smell like fine mustard.
Raul, kill Pretzel Joe.
Dijon. You smell like a Dijon, like a honey
Why are
spicy
you
Dijon.
trying to kill Pretzel Joe? I feel
Raul
some sort of
shoots
odd
with a 19 to
companionship
shoot
with him.
Pretzel Joe.
Raul, yeah, the Pretzel Joe's head blows off.
Oh shit.
Well, I guess. Bill, was it Bill?
Yeah. Yeah, my
You
name's
did
Bill.
well. Bill did well.
I didn't
We'll
do
put him
nothing
in,
wrong.
We'll Put him in containment.
Okay.
Well, you did something wrong because you are in.
Well, I
prison.
mean, yeah, obviously, but in this instance, I didn't do nothing wrong.
And we'll put Bill under observation to make sure
Okay.
that it's not airborne or anything.
Sure, you put him in quarantine.
And we'll lock this other creature in a box, like
Okay.
the first one.
Sure. Go through the same sort of like situation where you have to catch him, knock him out, put him in a box, that whole thing. What you do? So you stick these. Is there any other sort of experimentation you want to do with these creatures, or
If we can take a lung tap to get some of these, this gunk out of them to observe it.
Sure. They look like standard, though a little larger than normal. Maggot eggs.
That just kind of like hive mind take over these other things.
I mean, you don't know. Run an experiment.
Scott, do you want to try anything out with just the eggs by themselves? You want to like put them in an eyedropper or something? Maybe in an eardrop with someone who has an ear infection, or
Why don't we put them in a dark room with just one big candle in the center? See what they do.
Candle.
okay, we'll observe that one.
Yeah, they're moths, right?
Like moths to a flame.
That's right.
All right, so you put some eggs in a dark room with a candle.
No, I want to put one of the live people.
Oh, you put a.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
I
of the
see
fluttering
where you're
people.
going.
Oh,
for
you
it,
want to put
yeah.
one of the fluttering
I
people.
want
Okay.
to put one of the fluttering people in a room,
Mhm.
dark, except for a candle in the center. See what they do.
Okay, so you do. You put the Frank in there, and doesn't seem to really give two shits about the flame.
Damn.
Like it's kind of close to it every once in a while, but like it seems more like by accident than anything else.
What if we just put a dead body in there with it, Scott?
What kind of a dead body would you like to put in there?
A recently deceased dead body?
Like a person?
We could try an animal first if that makes you more comfortable, voice and head.
Now, Shana,
Whatever you want to do.
I
You
can't
have the
help but
freedom.
feel we've already seen what it does with dead bodies.
Yeah, but we have to make sure if it's repeatable because we're scientists. Maybe we'll strap one of these bodies with some napalm pouches and try it out first.
Well, let's put Pretzel Joe in there. He's already been blown
He
his
is
head off.
dead.
All right.
We don't want to waste it.
So
we'll put Pretzel Joe in there with some napalm pouches.
okay. So similar situation as before. Eventually, the other Frank or whatever you want to call it, OF, goes over, messes around with the body for a little while, chews on it a bit, vomits up some sort of SpaghettiOs onto the body, and then leaves the body alone. And then after about 6 or so hours, the body sort of like the wounds on its head fix themselves, like those big fat maggots almost reconstruct the head
Grab
back
those
together.
maggots at all, or
Do what now?
we try to grab those giant maggots?
Sure, you can.
Send a D class in here to grab one.
Okay, you do. It's very easy. They're just big fat maggots.
Put it in a box.
Okay. You notice that when the body reconstitutes itself and comes back to life and acts exactly like the other ones have acted, that the maggot that you put in a box just disintegrates into nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, they put the head back together perfectly. Looks just like Pretzel Joe. And then,
Except it's a moth person.
or yeah,
Or
something,
Mothman.
as you guys are calling them. Yeah, Mothman.
Now, if there's two, if we prick one, does both of them bleed?
They seem like they have completely normal bodily functions. So yeah, if you prick it, it
Okay.
bleeds.
They're not some sort of hive.
No. They're not like doing anything in sync. Like sometimes they're in the same spot in the room, sometimes they're not. They don't really seem to have a whole lot of interaction with it. It's totally, whatever.
God, I think they're just insects that repopulate when they're presented with an opportunity. Like it's just nature.
Shana, they seem to be some sort of instinct-driven bug people.
I concur, Scott.
Any other
right.
experiments you want to do?
Aren't you glad you called me in here to help?
Yep.
All right, you want to lock them up yet, or you want to kill
no.
some other D-class needlessly and let them suck their juices out and insert their little maggot babies?
So far, you've experimented with full human bodies. So anything else you want to do?
Empty human bodies.
Do you want to take one of your
I
many,
meant-
many
I meant
cats,
like a
Shana,
full-on
and
body,
Throw them in
but-
there?
Yeah. Let's throw a cat in there. See what happens.
A live
Dead
cat? A dead cat?
Dead cat.
Same thing as the other times. Goes over, chews on it a little bit, spits on it, and after a little while, cat pops up. Acts very similarly to the other ones, like very weird and fluttery.
What about a non-mammal?
Yeah, any
Dead
sort of
crocodile.
you throw it in there, same thing. Acts the exact same way as all the other things. Kind of fluttery, but it looks weird.
but
it looks weird as fuck.
Put a can of beefaroni in there.
Napalm that room. We still have one. We're good.
You can put a can of beefaroni in there.
You just wanted to use the napalm room.
Are you putting a can of beefaroni in there?
I do want to put a can of beefaroni in there.
Okay. So you put a can of beefaroni in there. Is it sealed or opened?
It is open.
Okay. You put an open can of beefaroni in there. All of the little fluttery instances go over and they fuck around with it a little bit. And within a few hours, you notice that there are about 12 full-sized cows now in that room that were formed out of the chunks of meat that were in the beefaroni. And they all act weird and fluttery, just like the other fucking things. But now you got a whole room full
Holy
of these
shit,
things.
Scott.
Shana. Holy shit. It can reconstitute the original form of the DNA it interacts with, Shana.
Scott,
That's fucking incredible.
Scott, I just had an idea. I don't think it's a good one.
Okay.
What if we put some dinosaur fossils in there?
That sounds rad as hell, Shana.
Some velociraptors.
Let's fucking
That's
do
just
it.
T-Rex.
It's just bones, though. You need meat.
Well, it's fossilized. Fossilized meat, right?
No, you don't have any fossilized.
Shana, spit in this cup for me.
Some, absolutely not.
Oh, it's not for
I
the
swear
maggots.
it's
It's
for
for
the
me.
experiment.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a D class to spit in the cup, and then we'll see what happens.
We don't
Okay.
need that.
What if we
I think
cut a
we've
chunk
already
out of
proven
someone's
that
cheek?
just from a little bit.
But does
Okay.
it have to die first? We have to know.
All right. So you cut a chunk out of someone's cheek
Mm-hmm.
and throw it in there.
Yep.
They act the same way with it. And all of a sudden, it turns into a full-sized version of said person who had their cheek cut out.
We
Holy
make
shit.
the D-class look at it on the camera. Look at you. That's you.
It's fucking weird, man.
If that's you,
creepy.
then who are you?
I don't even know. Let me a little
Uh-huh.
sanity check.
That's right.
I don't fucking know, my God! And just like goes into the corner and pisses themselves and screams. And they're like, am I me? Am I me? Is that me?
Shana, you ever feel like we'd be a better fit of the Global Occult Coalition?
I do, but this one pays really well.
That's true. That's
Sure,
true.
better benefits.
And we can go home after this.
That's true.
No one's calling us at night through our fireplace with fucking
Mhm.
occult powder.
Well, I think that's pretty satisfactory, Shana. Anything else you want to do?
Let's incinerate the copies and bag up the original and give it a designation.
Okay.
Now we
So-
know if we ever want to make a really weird fucking cow.
Or recreate the scene of a crime.
That's true. All right, it's designated SCP.
It's designated as SCP. Hold on. Fucking gnats. Let's see here. SCP-726, otherwise known as Reconstructive Maggots.
Neat.
And at that point, we're going to take a break. And we're back. What else would you like to take a look at?
Well, Scott, I picked that one. It's your turn.
Shana, we're going to take a look at that bottle of liquor.
Ooh.
Okay.
If we had Pretzel Joe, we could send him in, show him a good time, but somebody shot him in the head, Raul.
I
And
was
he's just like,
attacking
I
under orders.
don't know who that was.
Raul, why are you suddenly talking like you don't know what's going on? You
I
were
don't know what's
perfectly lucid
happening.
5 seconds.
I don't even know where I am right now.
No habla Spanish.
No hablo
English.
Italiano, my friend. I just speak English.
Raul, the no hablo card isn't going to work forever, okay?
It'll work as long as I need it to. Must have been an anomaly, sir.
I want to.
I can't remember.
Move the bottle into a room with a simple table and chair, and
Looks like it's a-
glass in there and just do a little sip.
Okay, so D-Class goes
You may
in.
have one sip.
Looks like it's a bottle of Johnny Walker Black Label.
Oh, hey.
Bad scotch.
Yeah, this
and-
is. Did I do Jake the Cake yet?
I don't know.
You have not done Jake the Cake.
I don't know, man.
All right. Yeah, it
Is
looks like
he
Looks like
related
maybe
to
it's-
Tony Lasagna?
it's maybe Jake's birthday, like every day. Because I'm Jake the Cake.
Okay. Yeah. So you're in
Say
a room.
redacted on all that if I've already done that.
I don't know. But yeah, you go into a room, there's a table, one chair, and this bottle of Johnny Walker Black with about a fifth, well, let's say a little bit left in the bottom of the
A
bottle.
fifth of a fifth.
A fifth of a fifth.
That's a 25th there, voice and head.
25th.
All right. I'll look around like maybe this is a trap.
I'll buzz in. It's not a trap, Jake the Cake. Just go ahead and take a little sip from that bottle. Just one sip. Let's not drink it all.
I know when it's my turn, and I take about half of it.
Okay. You drink about half of it,
It's
and
my
you
goddamn
notice
party.
that there's the same amount in the bottle as when you started drinking it. Has a great taste to it,
Ooh,
for the most part.
it's very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to ask, voice and head, I'm going to ask Jake the Cake, go ahead and sit back, enjoy the aftertaste for a little while. Give it about 15 minutes, see how you feel.
Voice and head, is it intoxicating in any way, or
I mean, not after a sip. You
I'm gonna
feel
have some, after
you feel
15
totally
minutes?
normal.
But it
After
tastes
15
like booze.
minutes, how do you feel?
Fine.
I feel like I haven't had enough.
Jake,
Yeah.
go wild.
I'm gonna chug as much of that as I can stand.
Okay.
Voice in my head.
Roll me a con save.
Jake gets a 10, like a normal.
So you whip this bottle up and you start to chug as much as you can chug, thinking this is going to be easy. There's barely anything left in that bottle. No matter how much you drink, the bottle is never empty. And eventually you start to choke and you you let loose. And you drank quite a bit. And there's the exact same amount in that bottle as when you started drinking somehow,
It
Matt.
ain't moving.
However, you do appear to be quite intoxicated.
It ain't moving.
Jake,
It's my birthday.
Jake, are you good to drive, Jake?
Scott, give me the keys, man.
Your mouth is like really dry and swollen, and you have slurred speech, but it's not like drunk slurred speech. It's drunk from having like a swollen tongue.
That's weird, man. I don't feel like I'm not getting a dopamine hit that I want with alcohol. Like it's when I was on antidepressants for a while before I started boxing. Scott,
Yeah.
you have a plan?
Why don't you just lay down there and take a little nap there, Jake?
All right.
All right.
Now, voice and head, I just want to do some good old fashioned spectrographic analysis on the liquor in this bottle. See if it is for all intents and purposes normal, disgusting Johnny Walker Black.
Excuse me?
So if you do an analysis, like, are you pouring the liquid out?
Yeah, we pour it into a little shot glass,
Okay.
and then we do an analysis on it.
Yeah. So you pour it out. You do an analysis on it. It has all the same.
Wait, does the liquid transfer to another vessel?
You could pour it. You could pour it on whatever.
Like all of it, or
Yeah, if
does
I
it?
pour like 10 shots, is there still the same
Still
amount
the
in
exact
bottle?
same amount in the
It
bottle.
doesn't
Okay.
have to be drank in order to replenish.
It doesn't replenish. It just never seems to go away. It's just always the same amount that's left in the bottle.
If we could,
But I mean, as far as like a spectral analysis, it seems like it's just whiskey.
all right, put observation on Jake the
Jake.
Cake there for a couple weeks. Make sure he's okay.
Couple weeks. Okay.
Anything strange?
You don't even get a day, and all of a sudden you notice that Jake the Cake's
It's my
fingernails and toenails are extremely brittle, and they crack up and they're bleeding.
birthday. I don't like this.
And that fingernail growth is also accelerated, like leading to ingrown nails.
Do I feel fast?
No, you don't feel fast. Your nail. I mean, you feel very thirsty, but your nails are just gross.
Jack
Got
and
any-
Junior Kersey
You
joke.
guys got any smart water?
Yeah, I'm gonna send in a personal groomer into Jake the Cake's cell to take care of him there.
Okay.
Any other symptoms?
No, not meat. Not that. This happened all within the first day of drinking the liquid. Are you doing anything else?
Thirsty.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give him a little shot. See if those symptoms revert or anything.
A shot?
A shot of whiskey.
Oh, the whiskey?
Yeah.
From the bottle?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. It does seem to like help with the parched sensation a little bit, but doesn't seem to change the symptoms or anything.
My tongue is still swollen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I give him a couple of a leave. Tell him to take a nap.
What did you do with the whiskey that you tested?
Oh, afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, shit. I guess we would have put it in a secure container. We're not just gonna jump it down the drain.
Okay. It doesn't look like whiskey anymore.
Oh shit! What does it look like?
It's a yellow liquid.
Oh, it's piss.
If you test it, it looks like it has all the same chemical properties as piss.
Jake, are you serious?
Yeah.
Jake, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Now it does.
That whiskey turned to piss in your stomach. Yeah.
You don't want to pour it back in?
Concentrated piss, by the way.
I don't feel like pouring anything in that bottle.
In fact, if you do a full analysis, a urinalysis, if you will, apparently it's piss belonging to a woman approximately age 50 with severe liver degeneration.
That's unfortunate. Can I put my finger in my throat?
You can.
Am I already digested that piss?
I mean, yeah, it's been over a day.
Jake the Cake.
I mean, he just gave you another
urinated
shot.
over the past day?
Huh?
Have you urinated over the past day?
Voice in the head, have I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has.
Quite frequently.
Your cell that you're currently in with the bottle, or maybe not with the bottle, but wherever
No,
you're
he doesn't
located.
have the bottle in the
Sure.
cell with him.
Wherever you're located, it does have a bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, but he has been urinating. He doesn't feel extremely dehydrated.
No, his mouth's dry and his tongue's swollen, but that's about it. And his fingernails and toenails are all weird, but
I don't like it. It's like when we
let's,
didn't have citrus for a year
Can
when
we
I
do
was a
some
kid.
sort of ultrasound on him, see how his liver's doing there?
his liver's okay. I mean, doesn't seem like there's anything too wonky with it. But as far as you can tell, the only thing that's strange is the fact that his tongue's a little swollen, his speech is a little slurred because of it, and his toenails and fingernails are like dry and brittle and cracking and like
good.
growing at an accelerated rate.
I like it.
Let's send another D class in there, see if the same thing happens.
Oh, you give him a drink?
Same exact procedures with a new D class, see if the same thing happens.
Okay,
Hey, Jake.
You give them a drink, and same exact thing happens within 24 hours. Tongue swells up, fingernails start to grow. They're very brittle. But yeah,
How's
same
Jake
exact.
doing now?
How long has it been?
Another
You
day.
just said it's been another 24 hours.
Oh, another
man. That makes
24 hours?
48.
Sorry. So continued. His nails are starting to get like there almost looks like there's infected hair, like there's ingrown hair or nails. There's open sores. Yeah, it's gross. His body's getting a little weird.
Mama said there'll be days like this.
Yeah.
Voice and head. I'd like to research some of the symptoms of like lifetime alcoholism, cirrhosis.
Sure.
See if these are consistent.
Not really.
Really?
You don't know any sort of alcoholism that causes severe nail growth and like
I
sores.
dip my fingers in bleach.
Yeah, it's weird.
You ever cleaned something with a lot of bleach before, like a body, and then your fingernails jut out from your cuticles and they're real brittle? It's like that.
Anything else you're doing, or do you want to wait further?
Voice and head. I'm gonna go ahead and order that bottle corked.
It's okay. It's actually got a screw top, but
Well, screwed on.
sure.
And sealed away inside its own vault, designated no personnel are to enter, unless they have
Sure.
significant clearance.
Got it.
And I'm gonna observe these other two motherfuckers, see what happens.
Okay. So if you just put them in observation, within about a week or two, each of their skin starts to become very brittle and dry. starts cracking, starts sloughing off. Like the nails and the hair, the growth is also accelerated. So like their skin's getting like very like droopy,
Papery.
Not even papery, just like it's loose and like hanging off the body. It's very gross.
Gross.
And it's like heavy and there's like thick folds of it.
Jake just chews his tongue off.
And it just continues this way. Anything else? Or are you just continuing to watch? Oh, sorry. Before you could chew your tongue off, there's a growth of skin folds inside the infectee's mouth, preventing communication or the ability to eat or bite your tongue off. So, like, these skin folds are just everywhere. And they don't seem...
unchecked cell growth.
And it doesn't seem like they care about what they eat. A complete disregard. So, like, you know, you put in whatever type of food, they eat it. They eat the utensils. They eat their, like, fecal matter. They don't give a shit. Like, they just eat anything that's in there.
Shana.
Scott.
I'm really scratching my head over these drunkies. They're asking if they can go to Taco Bell at 2 a.m.
Absolutely not. What? So how many times have you tried to give them more of the brown liquid?
I only once. For the first one, didn't seem to reverse the effects any, except it quenched his thirst a little bit. They're looking real bad, Shana. They're looking like brittle Shar-Peis.
Keep observing. I guess take skin samples if we can.
When I say the skin is brittle, I'm not talking like it's made of glass. It just looks like it's cracked and
that looks
very
painful.
dry and sloughing off.
Let's
gross.
Let's hose them down with some lotion. See what happens.
Okay, so you do this, and this continues for about 1 or 2 weeks, and then after about 3 or so weeks,
why won't they die, Scott?
I mean, you keep feeding them.
They're eating everything under the sun, Shana.
Yeah. It looks like the nerves in the skin are growing uncontrollably, and they're not sending information back to the brain. So, like, the skin just continues to grow and grow. These folds, they're just, like, covering up. They're like, it's like the shaggy dog, but instead of hair, it's just folds of skin to the point where they're just, like, barely able to move around. They're just sort of, like, sloughing from spot to spot. You don't even see a mouth anymore. You just see, like, their body just kind of, like, flop over onto something.
Scott.
Kind of a little bit. Yeah.
They're like the blueberry from Willy Wonka, except instead of delicious candy, they're made of flesh.
Yeah. And you notice like the skin gets like very bulbous as if there are like tumors all over the place.
I'm going to try to give them chemo there, voice and head.
You're just going to start injecting them with chemo?
Chemo. Just
okay.
Dose them up with this shit.
The skin, you notice, is like very thick and leathery. And like
we've got needles.
And you also see that the fingernails are like they've grown extremely long and are curled around, and they're very miserable. The people that are here.
What if we just burn them, Scott?
What if we give them chemo every day for the rest of
Okay,
their lives?
so you
acid bath.
You give them chemo. Let's see if they just die from that.
Respond from the chemo.
They don't die. It does not seem to have any sort of negative effect on them.
Well, now they're throwing up, Shane. God damn it.
But only a few days after this, their skin is just constantly twitching and writhing on its own in random patterns.
Scott, I don't like it.
The tumors are just contracting and expanding all over they're like...
It's like my old 20-year-old dog, Patrick.
The body completely loses its shape in terms of like a standing humanoid, and it's just a lump of skin that's just sort of like around the room, and you don't even know where the mouth is anymore on this fucking thing.
Scott, have we created a gelatinous cube at
are
this
you
point?
are you doing any other tests on it while it's in this state?
Yeah, we'll take hemoglobin levels. I don't know, like blood work.
Blood work's coming back as A, lot of cancer, and B, as if they are the blood tests are about the same as if somebody had been a heavy drinker every day for their entire life, like severe
never dies.
alcoholism, but not dying. No, not dying yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not even seeing fingernails or anything at this point anymore. It's just a big blob of leathery skin folds that just moves around.
Scott, do you want to take bets on to see if they grow into the place they're in, like a goldfish, or?
Oh, you mean like a fleshy Pirates of the Caribbean Part 3?
Yeah.
Part of the Foundation, part of the crew.
Just put them in a big square glass tank and see what happens.
Okay.
We could sell them as chia pets.
Now, are you continuing to feed them, or are you just leaving them in there
No,
by
let's leave them in there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not feed them anymore.
Why are we feeding them?
Obviously,
They are in
conservation
pain.
of energy.
Well, you don't know if they're in pain. You haven't run. You just ran a
One
blood
assumes
test.
they don't enjoy it.
Are they coming, voice and head? Are they constantly
You have no
coming?
idea. You don't know where
Pleasure to
any.
be-
You have no idea where organs are. I mean, the only way you would be able to tell is if you did like a CAT scan of their
No
brain
black light
activity.
for semen.
We'll CAT scan those brains from inside the fish tank that we put them in.
I don't think you can do that. I think you have to put them in. Like,
It's too big. It's too big now. We'll never know.
Surely we have a veterinary CAT scan machine that'll fit
For
an
the
elephant.
you'd have to roll it in and like put them in it.
Let's call it in.
Okay.
Let's do an elephant CAT
We
scan
get
on
the
these
Oompa Loompas to
blobs.
roll them in.
Sure. So you do that, and they manage to somehow like they don't want to touch the body,
No,
so they're just
you do
like
not want to touch that body.
they're just like hoisting it up and putting it on here. It's still moving around a lot, so it's very hard to keep it still enough. But
It's like Free Willy.
from as far as you could tell with the brain activity, it shows severe panic and fear as the only dominant thoughts, and the motor groups in the jaw muscle are not working. Instead, it looks like any chewing and swallowing are forced motions created by the skin itself. If you do like an
God, that's
X-ray
awful.
or anything, you see that the body on the inside, like the mouth, the skeleton, all that stuff, it's all in there, but it's just this big mass of skin. And it looks like things are just forced from one way into the other. So then another couple days goes by, and the bodies do seem to get a little bigger. Not that much bigger, but a little bit bigger. Are you continuing to you're not feeding them anymore or anything?
No.
Okay. But they are getting around the room a little bit quicker than they were before. Like the skin seems like it's moving like as one, as opposed to like all over the place kind of a thing. But they're just gross and disgusting. What are you guys doing with them?
Scott, this is one you picked. I don't know. You want to
Let's
burn
try
them?
shooting them with radiation there, voice and head.
Okay. So if you shoot them with radiation, it looks as though the body, the internal part of the body dies. And more tumors continue to form all over the skin, but the skin keeps moving around like it's just moving and writhing and sliding and sloughing around.
Yeah, I don't want to let that out in Tokyo.
No.
Why don't we burn
Let's
it?
roll them into the furnace room.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you rolling them into the
Neo
furnace room?
Tokyo would never forgive us
With a
if we
bulldozer.
let it happen again.
Voice and head.
You can't. You're in a small lab. You can't fucking roll a
You
bulldozer.
don't have a cat? You know, a little cat?
Have you seen a tiny bulldozer?
We'll shoot him up with napalm. We'll fucking flamethrower
Napalm?
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You napalm the room, burns all the remains into ash, and that does indeed kill whatever it is that's in there.
And we'll put the flask of liquid in a box.
Okay.
And then designate it as SCP cirrhosis of the cancer.
It is
juice.
SCP-420, otherwise known as the aggressive skin condition. And as you designate that one, that is where we're going to call it. So thanks so much for tuning in. Check us out next time.
You
Philadelphia.
can follow us on
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Pornhub.
I'm going to just sub it in. It's fine.
Philadelphia is an aggressive something condition.
Release it in Philadelphia, yes.
It's sad because we have a newest patron,
We do?
and I have no idea who it is.
Oh, that's right.
Like
we
our
do.
newest patron.
Oh, I have an email.
Oh, give the
Yes.
email.
I have email. Let's see here. Nope, I don't want that. Do you remember?
Patreon.com, like our newest patron.
Do you remember when this was?
Hold on. I think I got it.
Well, September
Today is
23rd.
October 3rd, my dude.
Okay. So, yeah, the 23rd tracks. I'll just go with that because it looks like it hasn't been opened yet. Cue me up.
You can follow us. You want to support the show? You can patreon.com. Like our newest patron,
Damon Jones.
Thanks, Damon. We love you.
Thanks.
Don't
Damon.
get us any weird items. All right, we like normal items, Damon.
And as always,
As you watch your coworker repeat what you said back to you as their own idea, and then make test subjects suffer far beyond the point of necessary science, scream botched. We'll hear you.
thanks,
You
nerds.
literally executed people.
See you next week, nerds.
No unnecessary suffering, Scott.
So empathetic.
Yeah, if you had sent somebody in to feed that thing on the last section anyways, it would have, like, attacked them and then eaten them in a horrifying manner by smothering them with the folds of the skin and then, like, forcing the body into the open mouth of whatever the poor
Glad we didn't
creature
do
is.
that.
Yeah, so no, it's good. SCP-420.
Hell yeah.
Dennis!
If you're in chat, stick around for Dennis to
What?
read
To
your
read
name.
your names?
Dennis, why don't you thank those people in chat?
Okay,
Sorry,
thank
showing
you
up.
to Rihanna, Owanella, Echevedes, Acifer 724, Alicidra, another TV viewer, B-Mail86, Commander
Love you.
Root, Dog
Hey.
7, Feels Good Man long
You got a
usernames, Spoffo, Sakoxy, VL Mercy, Vimic, and Zero Vero.
Vero, you're a hero.
So Coxie is what they call me in college.
Coxie.
Cossacks.
I'm still in college.
Sakoxy.
Because I never graduated.
That's right.
I like
Technically, I'm
Sakoxy.
still-
Technically, I'm still in college.
I like Sakoxy. Yeah. So thanks everybody for coming out. We will see you guys next week, and hopefully Phil will be back and not a sicky boy, and hopefully I will also not be a sicky boy, where when I laugh I don't cough.
Email. You don't have to purchase my chest hair. Just give me your address in Discord, and I'll send it to you for free.
There you go.
You
All
do
right,
have to
everybody.
purchase my disc.
We will see you guys next time. Love you.
Gang, gang, gang.
Gang,
Gang,
whatever
gang.
that. I don't understand what that means, but I'm
Gang,
just
gang.
gonna go with it.